Okay, so we're now going to go through a very simple stepwise process. It's 5 steps. It's really, really simple. It's easy, it's ethical, and it's a fantastic way of amplifying your own experience or expertise in a way that actually helps, heals, serves people, inspires, entertains, etc. I'm going to walk through these very quickly. You can make any modifications to this particular process that suit you. This is really just in short, the overarching system that we've used in our own business. Again, if you're not familiar with my work, we've created about 50 courses from the Mindful Marketplace platform. Now, a tiny book about, and some other sort of ancillary related sort of small digital storefronts for very niche sorts of communities like therapists. Our new platform is trippytherapy.com, which is coming sometime in September 2025. So, a lot of experience with creating tiny products that literally you can make in a short afternoon. And I'm going to simply walk you through the steps that I follow myself. So, number one, this is the critical step. You kind of need to do this if you really want to simplify this process. Although there are other, sort of shortcuts that you can use that don't require this first step. But Answer the Public is a keyword research tool that does one thing really, really well. It generates very specific verbatim questions that people in your niche market vertical industry, or even area of locality, even your local community, things that people are asking in the search engines, or by extension, even on Amazon or YouTube or TikTok. They have all sorts of other platforms that they will crawl and provide you with real questions that real people are asking that you can answer, which is step number two. You want to just curate a list of, let's say, 50 questions, right? The number's not really important. Don't overthink it. Just pick a collection of questions from Answer the Public. And again, it feeds these back to you in a number of different formats. In the free version, which is certainly sufficient for most folks, it'll give you like a picture, like a circular graph, and it has prepositions and what, who, why. It has all kinds of different ways in which it filters and segments the questions. You don't even really need the fee version. I pay for it, but you don't really need that. You can simply do all of this using the free version. Take 50 questions if they're available. It doesn't matter. Don't overthink if there's not 50. Take 30. Take 25. It really doesn't matter. But you want to download a list of questions that you're going to choose or pick from to create this first tiny product. Step number three, again, this is somewhat dependent or predicated on the number of questions that you selected in step number two, but just answer 20 questions that that you can speak with confidence, with competence, with experience and expertise without a lot of prep time. Like, you don't want to be one of those people who's slogging away, doing all this deep dive market research, or like, you want to be able to extemporaneously, much the way I'm doing this right now, just being able to answer the questions that you've selected with confidence, right? You want to be able to talk off the cuff. You don't want to necessarily be incredibly scripted. Some people prefer a script. I prefer not to use a script. In this case, you're looking at me actually using this simple 5 step map as a guide, but I'm not even really reading it. I'm just glancing at it from time to time to make sure I don't get too far afield. But it's very, very simple. If you really know your content, if you're confident in your area of expertise or experience, or even if you're simply better than or know more than the folks that you are trying to help, then you're well on your way to your first tiny product, right? So picking the platform to record the questions is, it's kind of up to you. I mean, there's a ton of these now. When I first started doing this years ago, I was using an app called Anchor, which was then bought by Spotify. It's a fantastic app, but it's not available anymore. Now I use Noted, which is an Apple or a iPhone app, and Voice Notes, which is fantastic, made by the folks who created Buy Me a Coffee. Really, really good. I really recommend Voice Notes if you have a little bit of a budget. I think it's like $10 a month. I actually bought the lifetime license like when it came out a few years ago. So I don't even remember what it cost. It was like, I think, under $100 forever, to have a lifetime license. It's really been a fantastic investment. But I think they have a monthly plan now, maybe $10 or something like that. There's also a service called Wave, which is fantastic. And again, as we're entering in this new era of like really sophisticated translation tools, all of these audio services will give you a transcript, meaning that you can answer the questions in an audio format, much the way I'm using my voice right now, but you can also get a written transcript along with that, which you can turn into a nice looking PDF. You can use something like Vellum, which is a fantastic publishing tool for authors. You can use Canva. Something like Noted offers the ability to turn your transcriptions into beautiful PDFs. There's Bear. There's the IA suite of writing tools, which I also like and use. Tons and tons of options here. Again, don't overthink it. Step number 4 is you want to actually just take, as I just mentioned, your the transcript and turn it into something that looks good. You want to embellish or add or enhance it with pictures. Again, like something that you're looking at on the screen right now. These are just illustrations that are simple, but that can help make any sort of PDF that goes with the audio much more appealing and appreciated by your target market, ideal audience, or quintessential client community. Something like Gumroad, Podia, Lemon Squeezy, as I just mentioned, Buy Me a Coffee is fantastic as well. PayHip or your LMS, learning management software of choice. If you're just starting out, I recommend something like either Gumroad or Buy Me a Coffee or PayHip, because they all have free. The cost of entry is zero. They charge a fee on the transactions rather than a fee for the software. Something like Podia, which I've used for years on our Mindful Marketplace platform. I don't use them anymore, but they actually charge a fee for the software. So I think it was like $89 a month, but they don't take a fee from the transaction. So it just depends on whether you're comfortable paying a monthly fee. The other software that we use for our school, which is tiny.pathright.com, is Pathright. Pathright is fantastic, but it's more for schools that have lots and lots and lots of content. As we do at this point, we have 50 plus courses and 50 plus downloads and things like that. And Pathright is a fee-based platform, so you're going to pay to use their software, but they don't charge any fees. I don't recommend starting there. I think it's a little bit too much. It's a little too extra for folks who are just creating their first series or collection of tiny products. So something like PayHip is great, especially if you're using PayPal. Often PayHip supports PayPal. Gumroad did support PayPal for years. Then they stopped briefly, and I think there was then like an uproar over them not using PayPal anymore. And they, I think, recently started to take PayPal again. So check them out for that as well. Gumroad charges a 10% fee per transaction, but they have all kinds of great features that even some of these others don't, like email marketing. You can set up all sorts of triggers and newsletters, and it's a great platform, notwithstanding some of the criticism they've gotten over the last few years. All right, the last piece of this is start small, think scale or series. Short moments many times, right? Simply rinse and repeat the first 3 steps as often as you can. More tiny products that pop real pain, solve real problems, and help your ideal audience answer real questions with real, genuine answers and expertise based on your own experience, right? So it's a fun, ethical, easy, and this particular approach, at least in my to my eye, offers an endless opportunity to, and again, this is kind of our slogan for all of our content creation, process maps. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work, and do that one tiny product at a time. A little cheesy, but it truly is a step-by-step system for learning more about things that you love and then sharing those things. There's something very exciting about the prospect, for me, in the things that I really love to do anyway. I love to create, I love to design, I love to write, I love to communicate like this, to teach. And everything I learned somewhere back in the hard drive of my own mind is humming the opportunities to teach what I'm learning down the road when I have more experience and more expertise. And it keeps everything, at least to me, feeling fresh, feeling new, feeling like I'm not stagnant or stuck in place. I'm constantly developing new skills, new interests, or branches off of existing areas of interest that allow me to really think both as a student and as an entrepreneur in the things that I really want to immerse myself in personally and professionally alike. Okie doke, teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. As always, I appreciate you listening to this. If you have questions, send me an email, mindfulmarketplace@gmail.com. If you're interested in joining our Tiny Revolution content creation course or cohorts, I think the next one's going to start in September, early September, right after the holiday weekend here in the U.S. If you're interested in joining us, send me an email and I'll tell you more about it there. Thanks so much. As always, I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate you for taking the time to listen to the end as well. Thanks again.